All right, BS Sports back here for college football. It is here upon us. It is conference championship week, and we are going to run through the slate here. We're going to give our picks. We're going to maybe talk seeding a little bit if we think movement might happen, although we did that mostly in the bracket preview. But depending on our picks will affect how that bracket looks, right? So let's get into it. Do you want to go over these Kennesaw Jacksonville games, Troy JMU, or do you want to just get right onto the ones that matter?
So honestly, how many games is there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I honestly have no idea at all. Give me Jacksonville State plus 2.5.
Agreed. I was going to say give us a Jacksonville State because in our 49-day challenge that simmered down around day 20, I took them a couple times. So
Perfect.
Jacksonville, baby.
Perfect. Nothing else needs to be said. James Madison, Troy. Give me James Madison minus 19.5 to get into the college football playoffs.
19.5? I see 23.5. What's with the...
Sorry, 23.5. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You're right.
I mean, they do it to make a statement, right? They got to make a point if they want a chance to get in, depending on how the whole BYU game happens and all that. So I agree, JMU. And then the first game that matters, North Texas, Tulane. And I don't even know where this game is played. Do you?
No idea.
So we've got, you can look that up right now.
I will.
This. So right now it looks like the winner of this ball game will be your 12 seed in the playoff as the group of 5 representative. North Texas is a 2.5 point favorite at the moment. And this total is sitting at an abysmal 66.5 points.
Holy shit. Is it really that high?
Oh yeah. This game's gonna be a fun one to watch. If you don't, people that don't think the group of 5 should be in playoffs, watch this game and just watch the way it's not peak college football. This is gonna be a much different game than watching Georgia and Alabama play on Saturday. But this is the high variance fun of college football is what you're gonna watch here.
Yeah, that's true. I'm also one of those people that think the group of 5 should not be in the college football playoffs. Unless we talked about this on the bracket show that came out yesterday. But I mean, unless a group of 5 team runs the table, just absolutely annihilates everyone, I think that should be the only way that they get in.
I like having them in, but I don't like them in over a team like Vanderbilt, a team like Texas
and see, that's the problem. Right? Yeah. So I think you have it written in that if a group of 5 team goes undefeated, maybe they're in. But you have to win every single game.
Right. And is right.
It's just the nature of the beast.
But it also, you never know. We could have a year where you don't have a clear top 10 teams or top 11, and then it just falls off a cliff. I think you're probably always going to have the first 2 out are going to be, you can justify it, but if the first 2 out were like Tennessee and what they did this year, like a couple 4-loss teams, then I'm all for one of these teams being in.
Okay, in that situation, absolutely. But a situation like this where, and I'll even admit it, put BYU in over them. Put Vanderbilt in over them. I'd like to see Texas in over them, to be honest. I mean, because you can't tell me that. And then we rattled off the lines on the bracket pod. The line is 22.5, 19.5 for the pre-playoff matchup.
Right.
So you're telling me and who was that against? Who's the 5 seed right now?
Oregon.
So you're telling me if Texas or Vandy plays Oregon, that wouldn't be a much better game?
Oh, absolutely.
Come on.
It's probably a pick 'em.
Yeah. So I think in that situation, and I don't have the answer to that. What do we do?
Maybe you just extend to 16 teams, get rid of the bye.
You think? Yeah, that could be a solve for our problems. I don't know, but
so
something's got to give, because I feel like there's 3 or 4 teams that are going to be left out that should probably be playing in the playoff. But it's nature of the beast, I guess.
Yep.
Got to win your games.
So North Texas 2.5 point favorite here. I think they win this game pretty handedly. I think Drew Mestamaker, I'm probably going to have a good chunk of my free bets Missouri offered on his passing prop. It'll probably be at like 320 yards, and I don't care. He's just going to dice up Tulane. The other reason why I like North Texas in this spot, I don't know if he's coaching. Does Tulane even have a head coach in this game? Because Summerall went to Florida.
That's true. Well, if it's the Lane Kiffin situation, then no. Like if they, then that's probably the situation he's in.
I would imagine. I already saw a little like hype video from the Florida Gators where he's like picking up a phone. He's like being all serious and like it's almost like they try to make him be Lane Kiffin a little bit, like
because he wasn't serious on Tulane.
Yeah, well, it's just being like I don't know, just being goofy and like for the camera and like saying, "Oh, we got our guy." I don't know.
Did you see his presser? For the Gators?
Yes, where he was like...
Did you send me that?
Yeah.
I don't know how I saw it, but I saw it somewhere.
I did send it to you because didn't he basically say, oh, yeah, me and Lane talked and I would be the better fit for here and he'd be the other fit. It's like... Or didn't he say he approved it or Lane approved it?
Yeah, he's like, I talked to Lane and Lane thinks I'm the best fit for this Gators job, blah, 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 and he approved it. I'm just sitting there. What an insane statement. Why would you... What are we doing?
Or Florida Gators fans, man, they could...
That's a bad look.
And of course, all the accolades of Summerall and what he's done, it is like apparently side by side, it is like identical to Billy Napier.
That's kind of funny.
Billy Napier 2.0.
That's kind of funny. So, backtracking a little bit, this is in New Orleans.
New Orleans, okay.
Yulman Stadium?
It's not the Superdome?
No. I don't know what Yulman Stadium. Yulman Stadium.
Interesting.
Don't know where that is.
Maybe the Raging Cajuns play there.
Maybe.
Well, what do you think? Tulane, North Texas?
Yeah, give me, for every reason you just kind of stated, give me North Texas.
The Mean Green. In the college football playoff. Watch them take down the Ducks.
Dude, I'm here for that one. I am here for that one. I will.
That'd be something, huh?
Hand up. I will quit shitting on the Group of 5. If they beat Oregon in the first round, I will fully admit that a Group of 5 team should be in every single year. Maybe 2 teams from the Group of 5, Represent.
Why not? All right. And then the next one we got here, another one not so important, not worth a whole lot other than winning the conference, is UNLV and Boise State. Boise is a 5.5 point favorite, and I'm going to guess this game's at
Allegiant?
Probably.
I'll look it up.
You got a 10-2 UNLV Rebels team versus 8-4 Boise, and the 8-4 team is the favorite. I think just looking at like what Boise's done, I haven't watched them a whole lot this year, but it looks like Gaines and Riley, they're 2 running backs, kind of a double-headed or a 2-headed monster there. It kind of reminds you of like a Gibbs Montgomery. They've had games that they've both been north of 100 yards. One goes down and the other guy goes for 180 because he gets all the touches. So maybe Boise's going to be known as putting out some running backs here after Genty last year got snubbed for the Heisman. So I'll take Boise to control the clock here and not let UNLV score enough.
Yeah, I think I don't know much about either one of these teams. Honestly, didn't watch much of either one, but
just tell me it's not at that blue field.
It's at Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho. I don't know if that's.
Oh no!
Is that Boise State's home field?
The hell else is in Boise, Idaho?
Yeah.
Potato Farm.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it isn't. Oh my god! So
it's Boise State's home stadium.
Is that where this game always is? You think, or is
this? It says unless Gronk is lying to me, which Gronk has lied in the past.
Well, it must be because Well, why is Boise listed as the home?
It says they've hosted the Mountain West. God, I'm not watching this game. I refuse. The Mountain West title game multiple times in the recent years due to their strong conference standing and head-to-head tiebreaker win.
Mountain West chairman.
Oh. So they host. So that's weird. They host it because they have the tiebreaker and head-to-head win, even though UNLV has the better record.
It's probably a conference record, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure, okay.
But that's kind of insane. Like that they don't play at a neutral site no matter what.
Okay, the home team host, that would make sense.
So did Boise already beat them this year? Boise did beat Boise. Okay, they were 13-point favorites.
Who
2,
was?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Week 7, Boise was 13-point favorites against UNLV,
and they
murdered them. and covered 56-31.
Wow. How did Gaines, the running backs, do? You got the box score there, or is it just looking at?
Yep. How's it? Riley, 15 for 201.
Damn. What about Gaines?
Looks like don't see, or no, he was 6 for 24.
Okay. Looks like lately they've been doing a little more of a dual back system, but
just for that, give me them to beat the shit out of them again.
Yeah, it may have some coin on this.
People love UNLV though. There's a lot of money on UNLV, and the line moved. It opened 4.5. It's now 5.5. So I don't know. Maybe the public knows something that I don't know.
All right, and then 11 o'clock, and those are Friday games. Those are all Friday games, correct? Yep.
Yep, all Fridays.
All 6 and 7 o'clock. So then we get into Saturday. Before we get into the meat potatoes, we've got Miami of Ohio and Western Michigan for the MAC championship, right? This should be the MACtion.
Yeah, we didn't watch much MAC this year, unfortunately.
We didn't. I'm sure we had to pick it a couple times in the middle of that brutal 49-day challenge that simmered out for us, but no. What's the total? 42.5. This might be a good over. Just because I feel like I've seen Miami of Ohio put some points up this season. 45-37. These two teams did play earlier in the year. Miami, Ohio was a 2.5-point favorite that covered. They won 26-17.
It will be played at Ford Field in Detroit.
Nice. Yep, give me the
You
over.
said
I would hammer the over there.
Miami won? Miami, Ohio won earlier in the year?
Yep, they were a 2.5-point favorite and covered, and now they're a 2.5-point dog. So interesting spot there.
I know absolutely nothing, zero, about either one of these teams. Give me Western Michigan Broncos.
Western Michigan's put up 35 and 31 in their last two. Man, this game's going to fly.
Yeah, maybe we just hammer the over.
This game's going to fly over.
Maybe we just hammer the over. But if I had to pick a side, give me Western Michigan. Get some revenge.
These MACtion games up in like that Ohio Valley or wherever the hell it is, dude, there's some cold, nasty games outside sometimes. Like these two might be.
Dude, and this one's going to be indoors.
That's what I'm saying. Like these two may be flying around.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I love it. Yeah. Give us the over. We're on the over.
Oh, yeah.
We're on the over.
All righty. Here we go.
Yep. Four dandies.
The Big 12 championship. The Brigham Young Cougars are playing against the Texas Tech Raiders, who are the home team in this game. And this game is played at AT&T, correct? Not played at AT&T.
I can double check, but it sounds right. Should be.
Is it typically the Big 10? Or I'm sorry, Big 12 there?
Yep, AT&T.
Yep.
Arlington, Texas. Was just there. Beautiful stadium. Fuck Texas.
Everything's
beautiful stadium, though.
All righty. Texas Tech Red Raiders, Baron Morton led group, 12.5-point favorites. These two teams met earlier in the year. This is BYU's only loss so far. And it was a blowout, wasn't it? 29-7.
I was going to say, if it wasn't, it definitely got there.
It's they were 13.5-point favorites in this game, or that game, and they are 12.5 right now. So very similar spread. Vegas does not give any love to BYU that they didn't learn their lesson.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm kind of shocked by that, honestly.
You know what? Did Baron Morton play that game? He did.
So my take here is Texas Tech is in. I think no matter what.
Regardless.
BYU needs to win in order to get in. And I don't know. I just feel like they're just going to have a little bit more firepower and a little bit more under their ass to do some. I don't know if they fully get there to win the game, but I'm going to take them to plus 12.5. I just think they make it a game. They keep it close.
Yep.
And they have a chance to win this thing.
Yeah, their fans are definitely going to show out. Obviously, the first meeting was at Tech. Wherever they play. I don't know if they're in Houston. I don't know where Texas Tech is.
Yeah, Houston sounds right.
But neutral site game here at Arlington, I could see it too. I could see BYU really giving them a run for their money on this because it matters a lot more to BYU, like you said.
I'm kind of shocked. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked that this line is this high. Like, they've already played. This is a neutral site. Typically, whenever we see teams play each other the second time, typically either it flips to the other team winning or it's a much better game.
Right.
If it was a blowout like this one was.
That's what they say in college football. Tough to beat teams twice in the same calendar year.
I mean, it's even, I think it's anywhere, like even the NFL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know. Yeah, give me the Cougars. Keep it close. And potential, I think the plus 410 on the money line is alive, dude. Like, I think it's got some life to it.
It may not be a bad look. I'm sure the odds for BYU to make the playoff are the same as the money line in this game.
I would imagine, yeah.
So, unless you get some value there.
And you know what's even better about a BYU in here? Because we get chaos.
You did allude to that. Check out, I think there's a nice video floating around TikTok about that.
Yeah, we love chaos. And this would promote the ultimate chaos scene. So,
yep.
Give it to me.
All righty. BYU to cover. I think we both like that. All right, 3 p.m. The game. The more things change, add two new schools to the SEC. Texas Longhorns come in year one, make the title game. Everyone was picking LSU. Everyone was picking Ole Miss this year. A&M was running the table. The more things change in the SEC, the more they stay the same. Georgia Bulldogs playing the Alabama Crimson Tide. What's that coming down the track?
It's Mean Machine in the red and black.
Give me Alabama.
Go Dogs.
That was a iconic. That's just an iconic clip. I mean,
and we might get another iconic clip this week with Game Day on scene.
Game Day will be there. I know a lot of people are upset about the Big Ten.
Grow up.
Maybe before we get in this game, we can go on a tangent about that for a second. For you Big Ten folk out there that think that you should have Game Day here, all I see is, this is 1 versus 2. Who's the best team in the nation? This is the Heisman game. Whoever wins this wins Heisman. I will be goddamned. And Nick Saban will be 6 feet under before he goes and watches Indiana play in a conference championship game when Georgia and Alabama are lined up.
Is that a quote?
What's
from
that?
Nick Saban himself?
I'll be goddamned. No, it's just I imagine him saying something along those lines.
I'm pretty sure he did say something like that.
You people are delusional if you think that is a better game than Georgia Alabama. And honestly, both these teams are beat to hell. I'd rather see all their true freshmen playing each other. Just line up all their 4-star, 5-star recruits and guys that are on a redshirt freshman season. I would much rather see them line up and play each other than to watch Indiana and Ohio State.
It'd probably be a better game, too.
Probably will be. So we'll get into it. But anyways, off the tangent, Game Day here. Georgia Bulldogs, a 2.5-point favorite. Alabama is technically the home team. Playoff implications for a while there. It looked like this was a do or die for Alabama. However, with the committees.
Which, first, hold on. Let's get a tangent there as well. Because I got one there. Like, yeah, okay, this would be Alabama's third loss. And can you put a 3-loss team into the college football playoffs? I mean, it's going to happen if it does happen. So y'all can quit bitching. It doesn't matter. But like, it should happen. Like, you're going to tell me that the season that Alabama had went through, and yeah, they lost to Florida State early in the year. And then, yeah, they dropped the game to Oklahoma. But the gauntlet in between.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can't tell me that you would not rather see this Alabama team in the playoffs against someone rather than someone else. And then also a caveat to this tangent. You, as an Alabama fan, would you rather had just not made this game?
Well, if the on the line is, if you're not going to make the playoff by losing this, then absolutely, there's no reason to play it because all you're going to do is give yourself a chance to get beat to hell in another Georgia Alabama just trench game, or B, you lose and you're out. It's like why play it?
So, and this is and I'll even give the props to the Big Ten. If you make a Big Ten title game, or if you make an SEC title game, they should literally write it into, which they don't follow them anyways, but write it into the college football committee rules to where those four teams are automatically in the college football playoffs.
Well, and think of it this way too. If Alabama were to lose this game, if they didn't flip flop them in Notre Dame, just because Kalen DeBoer has kahunas and went for it on 4th and 2, already talked about that. If they didn't do that, you were looking at potentially the number one, because Alabama's a home team. They are the number 1 seed. They have the tiebreaker. Regular season number 1 team in the SEC doesn't make the college football playoff. Imagine,
which is just insane.
Greg, I think it's Greg Sankey or what is he's like the head chairman of the SEC. He would blow college football to smithereens if his number 1 team did not make in the college football playoff in a 12-team format. I mean, seriously, because if you're number 1 team and it's a brand like Alabama or like Georgia loses a game and that knocks them out, why play it? You just secede from the union, become your own super conference.
And I'm even talking about like, and this is not just, I mean, we're SEC boys, but I'm even talking Big Ten. If one of these 2 Big Ten teams had 2 losses, like I would still put them in. Like I think they would be deserving as well. Yeah. If you make the title game in one of these 2 conferences because of the conferences, you're automatically in.
It's hard to say that because it's almost like, because you call these like the Power 4 and then the Group of 5 or whatever. Like maybe we needed to fragment it out now that we've had a lot of landscape changes over the past 5. I mean, even 10 years. I mean, even with getting Missouri and A&M, that started the domino effect of.
And maybe that is what needs to happen.
So maybe you've got the Super 2, the OK 2, and then the Group of 5. I don't know what the hell you want to call them, but
that's a good one. So, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Maybe
they could come up with better names, but I'm good with that.
Sure.
But all right, let's get into the game.
All right, Georgia, 2.5-point favorite. These 2 teams met earlier in Athens, and no one has beat Georgia in Athens in front of the hedges in, what was it, 33 games? It was like 5 seasons.
They had the record, correct?
And Alabama went in there. Ty Simpson rolled him, and there was a video of him where he's got like the hedge in his mouth, and he's walking out doing this, just waving bye to the crowd.
The hedges is insane. I don't think I've ever noticed that until this year.
I have, but I haven't really paid attention. It is like, yeah, what the hell are they doing over there?
Yeah, it's so weird. But I guess it makes sense.
So 2 banged up teams here. Gosh, dude, I don't know. So what scares me, being the Debbie Downer I am, I lean Georgia here just because,
the thing that has to scare you is you won the first game in Athens, and this is the second time you guys are playing.
That's very true. Back to the statement we just made about BYU, Texas Tech.
Which you never want to be a part of this game.
Beating someone in college football twice in the same year is much harder than it is in the NFL because you play them year over year and you get used to the styles, the coaching, or whatever. But what I will say is working in Alabama's favor a bit. Georgia struggled to move the ball against Georgia Tech last week. So if they're banged up, like this Alabama defense has become like a top 5 defense in college football. They got dogged on a lot, and they've come a long way. But this defense, I think they can hold Georgia to every bit of 21 or less again. I think 24-21 was the final the first time around, or was it 27-24 maybe? But
no, they didn't score 27.
Oh, you're right. It was
They sure as hell didn't score 27.
Shout out Connor Talty.
Because I had 26 and a half.
Connor Talty,
team total over.
Imagine we talked about it last week. Iron Bowl might come down to him. Might come down to him again, and I don't want to see that. But
so they put up 16 against Tech. I think if you hold them under 20, you're winning the game.
Yeah, I would agree. Because Bama's also got Ryan Williams, and there's something going on with him, and no one really knows. Like, is he going in the portal? He looks over. He was on the sideline half the game, looking like a sad puppy dog. Like he got chewed out or something.
We need to figure something out here because why do I keep betting on this guy to have yardage and he literally doesn't play?
Right. Yep, he's
tough to catch passes when you're not in the game.
Maybe this is a perfect spot to set him up for a big game as soon as you think he's kind of going quiet and he has a game like he did last year against Georgia where he had that sick catch and he went for like 160 and 2 touchdowns or whatever. But I think the difference in this game and the outcome of this is going to be Gunnar Stockton. I think the first time around that they played, Gunnar was kind of on a leash a little bit because it wasn't a first-time starter, right? But he only played when Beck got hurt last year. So he's probably on a little more of a leash than you think because you don't want to throw him to the Wolves week 1 in the SEC
no.
and throw 3 picks and everyone's asking questions about him, right? But he has really come a long way over the past 4 or 5 weeks. Honestly, him and Ty are going opposite ways right now in college football, right? Gunner's kind of trending upwards. Ty is taking a little step back. Now Ty's been clutch, like the Iron Bowl. Some of the touchdowns he threw, especially the 4th and 2 one, right? But he only threw for like 120 yards.
Yeah. I mean, Stockton's not putting up great numbers either, but he's not making mistakes, I guess.
Correct. He's not.
Well, and on the flip side, we were talking Ty Heisman favorite going through that stretch.
Yep.
So
I think for Grubb in Alabama too, I think Ty's legs are probably going to start getting involved a little bit more. You don't want him to get hurt, right? But you're getting to the point in the season where you got to unleash it because he's probably going to the draft. Now, if his stock plummets enough, there's talks of him coming back potentially because NIL matters, right? But
that's true.
But if that's not the case, then I think we start seeing more of his legs. I mean, imagine like obviously he's nowhere near Jalen Milroe caliber of running the football, but imagine you get a solid run game out of your quarterback now for this Alabama offense. I mean, they would be.
Yeah, he ran a little bit against Auburn, didn't he?
He started to, and he picked up some pretty big chunk yardage in a couple key spots. So
yeah, he ran 10 times. Does that count sacks? I don't know.
That does count sacks.
Okay.
But
he had 31 yards.
I mean, how many times did he get sacked though?
This box score does not tell me that.
He got sacked 3 times.
Okay. So he had 7 actual runs for 31 yards. That's not bad at all.
Yep, and that's not counting the negative yardage, right? So
yeah. So
I don't know. This is a good one, but again,
I would have to lean Georgia as well. I love these spots to where these teams come similar to the BYU position. Like they come in. Now Georgia didn't get blown out, but there was 21-0 at half.
Yeah.
In that first game?
21-3. 21-3 because it was like 17-3 or 14-3 or 17-3 right away.
So, I don't know. I just like these teams playing again. I like the team that lost. I don't know. It's just something just weird in my brain that I'm like, they got to put up. Now, if Georgia plays the whole game like they played that second half, they're going to win this ball game. Easy.
So remember how we had, or I had that little talk the one week about how the SEC's got that little full circle of who can't beat who and can't beat what or whatever. I just have this strange gut feeling that Georgia gets it done against Alabama, all the favorites win, and Bama plays Oklahoma at Oklahoma first round. And at the same time that Georgia broke the streak against Bama, Bama breaks it against Oklahoma. I could see that too.
Could happen because like Georgia wins this game, then Bama lost to Oklahoma, and now in the first round of the playoffs. So this was my next question, or going to it. So you don't think they move if they lose?
Nah, I think they'll stay at
9.
Unless if they drop them down to 10.
That's what it's either 9 or 10.
Which could. And honestly, that may be a better.
That would be a better. Yeah,
because then they go play Ole Miss with no coach, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Isn't the 6 versus 10?
They are, yeah.
No, 6 gets 11. 5 gets
12, yeah. 7. You get to 7. You get any of them.
Bring them on.
So, yeah, I lean Georgia, but honestly, I'm just hoping for a decent. Well, I don't think I'll be on a side, honestly. I'm just hoping for a good game. Probably have a little same game parlay going.
Yep. And unfortunately, unders is probably the play in this one. This is probably a lot of.
Yeah, probably.
It's not a Nick Saban led team anymore, but these games were always just like, let's just duke it out in the trenches for 3 quarters out of the 4.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. But hoping for a good game.
But that kind of game obviously favors Georgia big time because as much as Alabama's been trending up a little bit the last couple of weeks running the ball, you got Jam Miller may not be in this game. So Jam Miller, LT Overton was ruled out too for Alabama. That's not good. He's on the defensive side, defensive tackle.
They're both ruled out? Jam and him?
I don't know if Jam's ruled out yet, but he left the Auburn, remember, and on crutches. So
True. Well, I will say there's a lot of money on Bama. A lot of money. As far as what I'm seeing right now.
Because the public's been hammering Georgia these last few matchups and learning their lesson.
They've been getting got.
So, game of the week, college game day.
For sure. I'm excited to watch it. It's going to be a good
Alabama.
one. SEC title game is always a fun one.
Alrighty.
ACC
title game, 7 p.m. The Duke Blue Devils, sitting at 7-5, have made their conference title, and they will take on the Virginia Commodores. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Cavaliers. I'm sorry, Cavaliers. I got Vandy in my head because I see the damn V with the swords.
Because we want Vandy in the playoffs. More SEC teams.
That's true. So these guys played earlier in the year too, right? And I think Virginia whipped up on them. Actually, just 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, Virginia rolled into Duke as a 5.5-point dog and won 34-17.
Here's another one. Get your popcorn ready. And I will say, I might be watching this one over the Big Ten championship game because by the first quarter end, that game might be over. Just saying.
Are you surprised at this line? Where is this game played? Where they play this at?
What was the line of the first game? First game was 5.5. I'll look up where that's at.
First game was 5.5. It was at Duke. And Virginia was a dog and won outright.
They play at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte.
Carolina Panthers, right?
Is that where the Panthers play?
It's got to be.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Host 14 of the last 15 ACC title games. So that makes sense.
I got this line. Does this line a trap, man? Like, why shouldn't this line be like 7? Just because they played so recently, and it was just a shellacking.
Kind of feels like it.
Total 57.5. This game last time was 50. Was that 51? What happened on that first? Let's look at the box score.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Virginia threw for 316, rushed for about 200. Duke passed for 200, and Virginia's defense got after them. They only ran for about 40 yards. And that was a home game. Wow, man? It just feels like we get a repeat of that. You know what the play here is? What's team total over on Virginia? Only because
What's total?
Because they 50 was it 57? They're probably sitting at what, 30? 30 and 26.
Yep. Probably 30.5, 26.5.
They got to score 30. I mean, Duke the first go around they put up 37 at Duke, and then last week Duke at home gave up 32 to Wake Forest.
Yeah, so this is another situation to where Duke wins this game. It's absolute chaos. And we discussed this in the bracket breakdown that was released earlier this week. But if Duke wins this game, there's a chance neither one of these teams make the college football playoffs.
No, I think it's a fact. Neither one of these teams do. What sucks about that is maybe Miami gets in.
Which would be ridiculous because why let an ACC team that's not in the title game in?
Good question.
Put Vandy in. Or Texas. I'm okay with Texas. Texas had the head-to-head against Vandy, so put them in.
Yeah, but Vandy beat them. Or I'm sorry. Well, they had the head-to-head, but Vandy only lost 2 games.
I know. So that's the thing. So I don't know. So Virginia probably gets them just because of how their offense is and they can put up points. I don't know Duke's defense is been miserable. So
yeah, if you
they're like 130th or 135th in the country or something. So
if you like Duke to win this game, you'd probably be a safer bet at the over because it probably is a shootout that Duke just somehow comes away winning like 47-44.
Yeah, we didn't mind this Duke team earlier in the season. Like
I know
we actually betted them.
They were looking good for a while until they went and lost to freaking UConn out of conference.
Did they?
And not in basketball.
No, okay. It's been Mensa. Mensa's been their quarterback all year.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. So, I'm rooting for Duke here because I want absolute chaos. and I love it. Do I really care? No, but it's probably the over.
Yeah.
As long as Duke can put up some points. But I don't see, Virginia's defense not that great, is it?
Let's see. They've given up 7 to Virginia Tech, 17 Duke, 16. See, they freaking lost. That's what's insane about college football, dude. They lost to Wake Forest 16-9, and then Duke just beat Wake Forest 49-36 or 32.
Mm.
This game don't matter. Don't let either one of these teams in.
That's why. Let's go Duke.
I'd rather see JMU win over Virginia. That's what should happen.
Duke wins and 2 Group 5 teams in.
Screw the ACC. I will probably have some money on Virginia's team total, though. So, all right. And then the last one on the slate, where College Game Day is not going to be. This is at Lucas Oil Stadium, I believe, where the Indianapolis Colts play.
It is.
The Indiana Hoosiers are a 4-point dog facing Ohio State Buckeyes. My first thoughts without just diving into these rosters. So all year long, this podcast talking college football, I've been saying you can look great all year, or you can look good, be winless, or not have a loss, not have a blemish in your schedule until you play a team, until you get punched in the mouth once. These teams both fit that category. The difference in these two teams is that one's a blue blood, one's not. One has a pretty insane roster on both sides of the ball, and one just has a quarterback with some magic and a couple of good receivers, an unproven defense. I don't see how Indiana covers this. I think Ohio State blows them out of the water is what I'm getting at here.
And I would have to absolutely agree with you.
I trust Ohio State much more playing a real team than I do Indiana.
Yeah, and I don't even know if you can call Indiana a real team. Yeah, they ran through the Big Ten, but did they even play? Are they the Texas A&M of the Big Ten?
They could be.
It's what it looks like, right?
They could be. Do you think? Because I'm sure our Big Ten followers are going to say, "Oh, they just beat the shit out of Michigan on the road." Do you think that Michigan?
No, not Ohio State, Indiana. Indiana's the Texas A&M.
No. I know. No, I was just going off and just saying
Ohio State.
Like as Ohio State, if you're going to try to rebuttal my thing that they're not tested, do you consider the Texas win a good win in the beginning, and then do you consider Michigan? Because at least those are ranked games, right? Who did Indiana?
Oregon, that's it.
And they almost lost to Penn State. See, here's the thing. It feels like Ohio State hasn't been in a close game yet. They just walk away with everything because they play nobody. Indiana's had a couple scares against teams they shouldn't be having scares against. If you're a true number 2 team in the country, Heisman finalist, and one of these big bad schools, you shouldn't be losing and needing an incredible catch to win a game against an unranked Penn State team that has 3 wins.
Yeah, see, Indiana's 6-5 against the spread, and Ohio State is 9-2.
Yeah, there you go.
So, that just tells you all you need to know. And Ohio State's winning games significantly more. The games that they should be blowing these teams out, they're winning them by significant margin.
More convincingly, yep.
To where Indiana's not. And
it seems like, and I haven't watched a ton of Indiana except for the Oregon game a little bit. It seems like they have these games where they start really slow. They'll be a 29-point favorite against Purdue or whoever. And of course, we're not watching the game, but you're watching other games and the score's flashing across the bottom, and it's end of the second quarter, and they're up by 3 points. Yeah. And it's holy shit, is Indiana going to lose? And then they run away with it.
And then they eventually take off, yeah.
You can't afford a slow start against Ohio State.
And yeah, that's the problem. So, and there's a shit ton of money coming in on Indiana. So I don't know if there's something that we don't know or we're not seeing, but or maybe they're just trying to buy into this narrative of Indiana's this team to where they're not.
Right. Maybe.
So, but listen, Ohio State has done it. They've played better competition at a higher level. They just ran through the college football playoffs last year, won a natty. And then this year, they played Texas week 1, and then they played Michigan the last week of the season. So I would say those are probably 2 significantly better tests than what Indiana's faced.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
They've played Oregon once, and are we sure Oregon's even decent? Like,
yeah, because they fit that same criteria. They're only
like Oregon's played Indiana and Penn State, who Penn State's played.
Right. Everyone thought Oregon was the shit once they beat Penn State, but look how that turned out.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm fully with you on Ohio State. I just think it's going to be belt to ass, to say the least.
Yeah, I could see against a real defense, that Caleb Downs led defense Ohio State has. Mendoza throwing about 2 or 3 picks, chasing quite a bit, and Ohio State wins this game about 27-6.
Yeah, I could absolutely see it.
That, or maybe we will get a shootout. Maybe we'll get a shootout and Mendoza can keep up and prove us wrong. But
now, if Mendoza can prove us wrong, then he has an actual point for a Heisman. And do you actually think this is a Heisman game? Do you think it's one of these two?
Probably.
I would like to say so too.
Just with the narrative of the season and 1 versus 2, I get it. But
I think if Pavia had another game in him, like to showcase it, maybe. But he's not playing this week, and now I don't know when the Heisman's voted on. Probably after these games, but people tend to go to what they've seen more recently. So now Travis Hunter won it last year, and we all know obviously they didn't do anything. So
right. Yep, that's very true. It's kind of
but
I don't know. It's a tough Heisman year, that's for sure.
Now, I probably do agree with the Pavia narrative because if you look at it as a most valuable player aspect, what has Vanderbilt been without Pavia? And I know you're not a huge Pavia fan, but like you got to admit that.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, he is somehow that man has single-handedly turned that program around. Freaking, was it Jared Curtis, the top quarterback out of this high school class, just flipped from Georgia to Vanderbilt.
Yep.
And then they flipped Bama wide receiver too. I think he was like a three-star guy. But
so
maybe they changed the landscape. And
if you give it to the most valuable player to their team that has done, has brought their team to an elevated position, it's got to be him.
Yeah, that's true. But at times it is a social media influencer popular because.
Well, you know what I saw is he's like not the poster child. Like, yeah, he's like a big name or whatever, but like he's not the guy, and like his standards and his, I guess, call it persona doesn't meet what the college football committee wants.
Because he's 32.
That's probably some of it, yeah. But it's more like a character thing.
Right.
And they just don't want it for the Heisman Trophy, which is like prestigious award, black tie, suit and tie type of thing.
You know what's funny? You're talking about that. That's kind of the opposite is the knock on Julian Sayin at Ohio State. Because like I've been seeing stuff that it's like he's too boring. Like because he's a young kid, right? He's a freshman, or I guess a redshirt freshman. He is.
Yeah, second year. I think.
Baby face, no facial hair, just has no emotion in pressers or whatever. And it's like at least be like Joe Cool about it or whatever. Like be like Joe Burrow and like smoke a cigar in the locker room after a win or something like that, and have that little mystique to you. But it's just like so flavorless.
So you think you saw he went in and be just like yeah.
I think
that's fair.
And I think that hurts him. Like imagine being a little more loud and a little more.
And that's probably why Mendoza's the favorite.
Yeah, and not that I'm saying like be arrogant by any means, but just maybe just has a little more
emotion,
character to him than
No, I completely agree.
Like I feel like Ty would be a good fit. Like I said, he's kind of regressed, but Ty's definitely not an arrogant guy. But he's like when you watch his post game interviews, how just excited he gets, and he's like teary eyed, like talking about like what a team win that was, and like how emotional it is for him, right? Like it's not like, oh yeah, well, team played good and we all did our executed, and it's like these are my boys, and he's like thanking God and all that. Like it's got some sustenance behind it. Like he feels like you can connect, and he's like something you want to watch.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't know. It's a weird Heisman year.
Yeah, it sure is. You're right about that.
So, but yeah, give me Ohio State.
Yep, agreed. Probably have some coin here too.
Yeah, I'll probably have some on them.
Because if we're right, it's going to be the easiest money ever made.
And give me Indiana to fall out of the buys for the college football playoffs.
Are they going to make it still?
They'll make the playoff.
What if they win? What if they lose 57-0?
They'll still somehow make the playoff, but hopefully they like the 8 seed or some shit. Actually, hopefully the 9 seed so they don't get a home game. Go play Oklahoma. Go play Oklahoma 8 seed at home.
Yeah, send them to Norman.
See how that turns out. I bet it won't be nice for you Indiana fans.
Actually, send them to Tuscaloosa as the 8-9 game.
You won't get a home game unless you win.
That's true.
Unfortunately.
Never mind. All right, conference championship week. Anything else before we close it up here?
Nope. I'm excited for the weekend and Selection Sunday.
Yep, agreed. And like we always say, roll damn Tide.
All right, we'll see you guys. Hopefully, we might have some out earlier next week. So if you're
for Selection Sunday, potentially.
Yeah, if you're a big college football guy, you might have some out early.
We will do our best.
So, all right. See you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
See ya.